Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Sumaya AI Wali, student at Rehan AI Teachers Training Institute Batch 21. Today I'm diving into an incredible TED Talk that truly redefines how we think about education in the digital age. And the title is What We Are Learning from Online Education by Daphne Koller. This talk focuses on one of the most transformative shifts of our time, the rise of online education and how it's reshaping access to knowledge across the globe. In a world where technology is advancing rapidly, education is no longer confined to classrooms. And this talk beautifully explains how learning is becoming more inclusive, scalable, and personalized. Now, let me introduce the speaker. Daphne Koller is a professor of computer science at Stanford University and co-founder of Coursera, which is one of the largest online education platforms in the world. Her work has impacted millions of learners globally, making high-quality education accessible to anyone with an internet connection. Her passion for learning and innovation clearly reflects in this talk. In the beginning of the talk, she highlights a powerful reality that millions of people around the world lack access to quality education, whether due to financial constraints, geographic barriers, or limited institutional resources. Traditional education systems often fail to reach everyone. This is where online education steps in as a game changer. She explains how platforms like Coursera allow top universities to share their courses with students worldwide, completely breaking down the walls of traditional classrooms. Suddenly, someone sitting in a remote village can learn from professors at leading institutions. This idea alone is incredibly powerful. One of the most fascinating points she discusses is the concept of scaling education. In a physical classroom, a teacher can only teach a limited number of students, but online, one lecture can reach thousands, even millions simultaneously. This is not just efficiency, it's a revolution. Another important point Another important insight is how online education is not just about watching videos, it's interactive, data driven, and constantly improving. The- Daphne Koller explains how technology allows instructors to track students' performance in real time. If many students struggle with a particular concept, the system identifies it instantly, allowing educators to refine their teaching methods. This level of feedback is something traditional classrooms often lack. She also introduces the idea of mastery learning. Instead of moving forward with gaps in understanding, students can revisit lectures, practice repeatedly, and truly master concepts before progressing. This creates deeper and more meaningful learning experiences. One of the most inspiring parts of the talk is when she shares real stories of learners from different parts of the world. People who used online education to change their lives. Some gained new skills, some switched careers, and others finally accessed education they were previously denied. These stories highlight the human impact behind the technology. She also emphasizes peer learning, how students from different countries interact, discuss ideas, and learn from each other. This global classroom creates diversity of thought and enriches the learning experiences in ways traditional settings sometimes cannot. However, she doesn't ignore the challenges. Online education requires self-discipline, motivation, and access to the internet. Not everyone adopts easily to this format, but despite these challenges, the opportunities it creates are far greater. Now, coming to my opinion, I believe this talk is incredibly relevant, especially in today's world. Online education has become a necessity rather than just an option. Personally, I feel that platforms like Coursera have opened doors for students who once believed quality education was out of reach. But at the same time, I think the future lies in balance. Online education should not completely replace traditional classrooms. Instead, it should complement them. Human interaction, mentorship, and emotional connection are still very important parts of learning. Technology should enhance education, not remove its human touch. What truly stands out to me, the idea of quality. Education is a right, not a privilege. And if technology can help us move closer to that ideal, then it is something we must embrace responsibly. In conclusion, what we are learning from online education is not just a talk about technology, it's a vision for the future of learning. It challenges us to rethink how knowledge is shared and who gets access to it. Thank you so much for watching. If if you find it insightful, so keep learning, keep growing, and stay inspired. This is Sumaya AI Wali signing off.